down the street. He smiles at everyone that he meets. Calls him King of Kensington.
How you doing, King? Okay, here we are in Kensington Market, the most multiple. The peak roofs of Kensington pierce the evening sky all around and cast long oblique shadows down the street with its clustered lawns and storefronts and cars parked bumper to bumper. I passed mangy cats and rusted bicycles. There was a Hulk Hogan action doll nailed to a wooden cross like some kind of sacrifice to love or Jehovah or blue-faced Krishna. Well, here we are in Kensington Market, the most multicultural neighborhood in the world's most multicultural city. The most common characteristic here are the Victorian row houses with the peaked roofs. It was first settled by Irish and Scottish immigrants in the 1880s. That was followed by Eastern European Jews who came in the early part of the 1900s. It's always been one of the poorest neighborhoods in the city, but these days it's probably the most funkiest. Let's go check out some stuff. A pretty girl with a nose ring smiled at me as we passed each other on the street. Rip out the lion's heart with a smile, beautiful child. Stay a while. Put a bathing suit on and watch him bleed. Toronto is a brutal city, a gloriously brutal and thick-headed city of office towers and Chinese barbecue joints, of bloodsuckers and chicken shit warriors in search of adventure in the night. It's a city of immigrants and refugees, a city of dollar stores, head shops, and strip bars, a city where there is no escaping the sarcasm of tattooed girls on Queen Street West and loudmouthed goofs from Mississauga and Scarborough. Toronto is a city of young street hustlers, baby-faced runaways and sidewalk derelicts. A city of apartment dwellers with no idea where the next rent check will come from. It has a million restaurants, a million bars, and a million ways to pull your guts out when you least expect it. Monkey Grip Miracle on Kensington Avenue by Bejesus. I turned left on Baldwin and walked past fishmongers and butcher shops run by dudes from Portugal, Vietnam, and the Caribbean. It was closing time, and noisy workers in dirty white aprons were busy hauling garbage that reeked of fish guts and brains to the curb. An old white GMC pickup was parked in front of the Greek's restaurant. His tiny sidewalk terrace was always packed with noisy bums drinking beer and eating cheap souvlaki. There were more bums lined up inside, all of them barking out their orders at the same time. Behind me is the Kiever Synagogue, built in 1927. It's one of the last remaining historic synagogues in the city of Toronto. It served Orthodox Jews that came to this country from the Ukraine, built in a blend of the Romanesque and Byzantine styles of architecture, crowned by two interesting domes.
Everyone that he meets calls him King of Kensington.
How you doing, King?
Oh, there, King.
Take care of this King.
He's a man among men, the people's champion. And when destiny calls him,
I'm sorry, that line is still busy.
he's King of Kensington. What a guy.
We're in Bellevue Square, across the street from the Kiev Synagogue, and I'm standing here next to Al Waxman, the King of Kensington. He's been defaced with graffiti many, many times over. Not in bad shape now, restored every time, just a bit of stuff there. Al Waxman had a sitcom in the 70s on the CBC called The King of Kensington. And if there is royalty in this city, it's the King of Kensington. This brings to an end our walk, which began in the Grange. Hope you had fun, hope you enjoyed it. Share, subscribe, and ring that bell. I'm Ulysses Arrow, and this is The Time Machine, Toronto. Funny little thing, I found this along the way. It fell out of the time machine when I crash landed at the Henry Moore statue in the Grange, a horseshoe, which is something that every time traveler should keep in his back pocket. Rip out the lion's heart with a smile, beautiful child. Stay a while. Put a bathing suit on and watch him bleed.